Welcome back to Graffiti Story Times with UFO. So when I got into graffiti for the first time, I would tag everywhere, from walls in shops, to metros, to storefront glass panels, you name it. One day I decided to throw some tags up in my school, which as you would have guessed, it turned out to be a horrifying experience. I started tagging the washroom stalls, the mirrors, the walls, literally all nook and crannies of the washrooms in my school. I completely covered everything I could see. And like an idiot I was, I decided to tell some of my homies in my group of friends that I was the one doing it. Now as the days passed, I kept tagging in my school, from classroom doors to corridors in the school. I would hear the other students talking amongst themselves, speaking about the guy that was vandalizing the school. And I would smile to myself because of how much recognition my graffiti was getting. Then a couple of more days passed. While I was chilling at school, and all of a sudden some random kid I've never spoke to or met approached me and asked if I was the one doing the tags around the school. Now at that time I was in the student council, and most of the teachers see me as an obedient kid. So put out those rumors that were going around the school that I was doing it, obviously I denied it. On the day of the weekly assembly, our principal made an announcement. She talked about how the vandalism and how a group of people were damaging the walls and many parts of the school by scribbling their names with markers. Since the student council was supposed to stand on the stage during the assemblies and conduct our student song, I was also on the stage and literally sweating so hard. The principal proceeded to mock the tagger and challenge whoever tagged the school property to do it at the front of their office. She proceeded to call the taggers a bunch of cowards because I was hiding in the stalls where no one would know I was tagging. This low-key pissed me off. While going back home, I decided to take a detour and go to a shop. Over there I racked some cans and markers and put them in my school bag. I also bought a Hershey's bar so that I wouldn't look suspicious. After getting the spray paint, I called some of the boys over and told them how I was planning to do some throw-ups in the school and asked if they were willing to sneak into school that night. 4 of them agreed, so we snuck out of the house, and at 1 a.m. when everyone was asleep, we all grouped up with the homies and went to the school. We were able to climb a nearby tree and across the wall of my school. After getting into the school, I distributed the cans, and since I only could carry 3, I gave the remaining guy markers to tag around the school. The first thing I did was make a throw up on the walls outside the principal's office and in various areas around the school. After doing our thing, we decided it was time to leave after 2 hours of tagging and screwing around in the school. Here comes the next problem we had. We had a way to enter the school, but there was no way out. The front gates were being guarded, so we picked up like 3 tables from the classroom, stacked them on top of each other to make a de facto ladder so we could climb out over the fence. The next day, while entering the school, we were announced that an emergency assembly was to be held. Everyone saw the throw-ups, all the graffiti that was done. There were people actively trying to clean it all off. The principal was obviously pretty pissed off at that. There were bags checked that day. The ironic part was that I was the student council. We were the ones to ask to check the bags of the students. She interviewed some suspicious dudes, but she had no luck. Some of my friends did start getting nervous, but they didn't get into trouble. There was so much adrenaline running in through me that day, and the fact that I was getting away with it just made the day better. Because of the bag checking, they found shit they weren't supposed to, like vape, cigarettes, and one guy actually had some marijuana on him. So it was safe to say she got preoccupied with the other thing. That was 2 years ago, and whenever I think of that incident, it still makes me glad I got away with that, and very surprised that I got away with it. Thank you very much to whoever submitted that story. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Have a great day and have a good one.